All right, everybody, we are live for tonight's classic film of sex, violence, debauchery, all sorts of good stuff that your grandma likes. So, just wanted to say, be prepared. This is an adventure if you've never seen it. Written by Roger Ebert and directed by the great late Russ Meyer. So, just to capsize this a little bit, I'm going to show this trailer and hopefully that'll get everybody's jets going.
This time they've really gone beyond the Valley of the Dolls from 20th Century Fox.
Recently, 20th Century Fox had two very heavy ideas. First, make a film called Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. Second, get Russ Meyer to write, produce, and direct it. You'll meet three girls, young, beautiful, talented, a tight trio that was the heart and soul of a rock group. Life was sweet, man, but not enough. The whole world was out there just waiting, and the beat inside pushed them to where it's happening. Hollywood, USA. Yeah, it happened all right. They got hooked on a non-stop merry-go-round where the only ticket you need is success. Be a winner, man, or forget it. When they made that first party, it was like too late. The whole thing was moving, reaching out, and they dug it. Whites, yellows, and reds were more than just colors, man. They were it. The magic dream pills. The chicks were wild and groovy. The studs were cool and cruel. The eyes so warm, the smile so friendly. But watch the teeth. They bite deep. Faces, so many faces, calling, begging, help me, love me, save me. Don't listen. If you hear them, you've had it. Come on, open your mouth wider. Here, taste. Life, man, life. Like it? Hell no, tough. It's a one-way trip all the way down. One little girl turns her back on truth and love. She'll have to make it with pain and eyes that cry rivers. The second finds her heart in the arms of another chick. Don't look for evil in your brother's eye. The third bird finds her man. It's good, very good, but she almost blew it before she'll learn that simple truth. The boys are here, too. One so sure that love was enough. It isn't. You gotta fight for it, or it'll just get up and walk on out. Another cat's hungry. Bread and chicks. Make 'em pay. Love is free, but sex isn't. Don't look back. You won't like the view. And what about you, man? What's your thing? You talk weird. What do all those words mean? Who are you? Don't look at me, man. You're not real. It's all here. Love, rape, murder, dope, grass, abortion, suicide. Something for everybody. Now hold it, man. Don't close your mind. This is what living is all about. The people who make Beyond the Valley of the Dolls come alive are the largest introduction of fresh young talent ever presented in a major motion picture. Beyond the Valley of the Dolls is not a sequel. There's never been anything like it before. If you've been waiting for something new, waiting for a film to shake you into the freaked-out, mind-blowing scene of right now, then come and see it, man, and find out why it's called Beyond the Valley of the Dolls from 20th Century Fox.
So there you go. It's kind of a long ass trailer, but it kind of shows what's going on. So
yeah, but the old school trailers are always better like that, you know.
Right. But whoops. We're gonna, do our usual roll call. It looks like we got a packed house tonight. But we've got Rosalina Zarita, Chester Franklin, Jimmy Van Dusen, Zodiac Z, Alan. We've got Jim's Movie Channel. We've got Shamarlo Scott in here. Yeah, and I guess that's it. So far, so good. And Ashton just got in here, so we have Ashton as well. And so, yeah, cool. And then, of course, some lurkers. And so, cheers to all you guys and to everybody that's going to be watching the replay and everything. And so I'm going to give a shout out to Matt Pugwall316 because I watched a little bit of his thing this morning, and he said that he usually catches our replays and stuff because of the time difference and whatnot. And Todd, Todd Christensen will probably be checking this out later too. And probably
I gotta get in touch with Matt. I gotta, I did a watch party with him one time on his channel, but I'm pretty sure we could get all three of us together for something, maybe sometime soon. So I got to try to get in touch with him.
Well, that'll be cool.
Yeah, not sure what the topic will be or whatever, but we'll get something done with the three of us. Other than that, what's up, everyone in the chat? I got 16 people here now. Christine Lapenta, I think that's a new one. I've never seen that one before. Hello there.
Yeah, welcome, Christine. So we've got Jim said he'd be back in about 10 minutes, so we can mess around.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, it looks like the movie's about like an hour, 49 minutes. So just a little shy from 2 hours, but that's fine.
The one thing that I was trying to load earlier was just that 6-second clip of me as that Johnny made from Eaten Alive, and so, but it wouldn't load. I mean, 6 fucking seconds. You know, that's why StreamYard's been screwed up.
6 seconds. I don't know, man. You probably got to like clean up your phone or something, or maybe like re-enter your password on the Wi-Fi, like, you know, like restart it or something. I don't know, man. Sometimes I do shit like that and everything just runs smoother.
Right. Shamarlo says he has 16 pizzas in his house, so you know he needs to FedEx, you know, one to each of us so we can
dollar a slice.
Right.
$1 a slice. Super chat.
Yeah, welcome, Christine. Anytime, you know, sub up to my channel and stuff. And to you know, Sean's channel as well, Cinephile Sanity TV. We got a lot of watch parties going on.
I'll put my link down there.
And put a Juno's link as well. Speaking of Juno, he's got a, you know, he's still doing this.
No, we don't teach Kung Fu. We teach karate.
Yeah, Juno's still working on his Kung Fu movie and his law practice. But he says hello.
Yeah, he'll be back with us again soon. Said he'll have a new phone by then too, so. But I haven't seen this movie in years. I know first time I ever really saw it, an ex-girlfriend made me sit down and like watch this back in like 2007, but I don't know, man. It's been a while. I don't own it, but at the same time, I don't even know if I'm going to remember much from it, but we'll see. But it's, you know, I'm glad we're doing something that I'm actually familiar with for once on your channel.
You son of a... No, I'm just kidding. Why I oughta, you know.
Here's Juno's link. Did I share that on? No. Boogie Juno nights.
Oh, that'll be one for Johnny to make. That would be hilarious.
But yeah, I'm going to be watching this on the Internet Archive site, which is pinned at the top there, it looks like.
Yeah, and then Zodiac posted the Look movie link as well.
Okay.
I'm going to be watching my Criterion.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you before the stream, but my mom's getting surgery tomorrow, finally. It's like 3 months later, finally getting surgery. But after the stream, I can't really stick around for too long because I got to go over to the house, feed the cat, and then bring the dog back over to my house.
Okay. All right.
So, but yeah, like there's, you know, no rush to, well, just get through the stream. And once it's over, that's when I got to hit the road.
Okay. No problem. And, you know, your mom's in our thoughts for sure, brother. So.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, I don't know. I think everything will be fine, but it's just like, it's crazy that she's got to get, you know, a torn ligament replaced in her knee, like fixed in her knee. And then I think she actually is getting an artificial knee, and that's like that same area. It's like,
Oh man.
I don't know, man. It's like, what happened to her was like her legs started blowing up. But before that even happened, she actually injured herself in her garden. She like fell down, like trying to reach for something, and then tore a ligament in her knee. But then after that, that's when her legs started swelling up and stuff. And then the doctor's like, you know, I can't operate on you until your legs start to go down a bit. You know, he's like, you can end up getting an infection. I can't work on you right now. But yeah, it's finally going to happen tomorrow, though.
And Ashton
But yeah,
says,
thank you. Thank you all in the chat, though. I appreciate it. But, you know, everything should be fine, but we'll see.
yeah, Ashton says his dad's having surgery tomorrow as well. So, you know, prayers and thoughts that go out to you too.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Good luck with that, Ashton. Hopefully that works out for your dad, too.
And, you know, I'm trying to get Moonbeam to come in here for an appearance, but I don't know if she will because she's got to take the kid and some friends to an amusement park tomorrow, I guess, before school starts. So she's kind of busy as always, but she wanted me to tell everybody hello and whatnot. So yeah. But yeah, Juno had another word as well.
Thanks for contacting the CWO. My name is Juno and I am a lawyer. Are you a troll? If so, please fuck off.
That fucking hairstyle gets me every time. If Juno grew up in the 80s, that would be his hair, I swear to God. But
Yeah.
damn, it's like Alan said he fractured his kneecap before, didn't relieve till it tore his meniscus. Oh my God.
Yeah. But you know, as you get older, you get all sorts of fucking problems, and it sucks. But you know, hey Johnny, the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. Johnny, our promotions man, always makes the scene and keeps it clean. Well, not necessarily clean, but you know, don't call him Dean because his name is Johnny. See, look at that, rhymed right off the top of my fucking head. You look at me, you're gonna be dead. No.
You need to just work on that a little bit more, you know? Couple
I
more
know.
streams, man. You'll have an album and you'll be famous. You'll be touring with fucking Tekashi 6ix9ine and all those assholes.
Tekashi 6ix9ine, fuck that motherfucker, tattooed faced bastard. Just like
Yeah, why don't you get it? Why don't you get a TX on your forehead?
and that guy post my cereal Malone. I mean, fuck that dude, man.
Yeah, get a TX65 on your head. I'll do it for you. I have no idea how to tattoo people. So.
My name is Tex. You know, and fuck that Waffle House brawler bastard too.
Fuck, dude, that would be a good intro for like your streams to the Kid Rock song. Hey, what's up there, Jimmy?
Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, I've been trying that AI stuff. I was probably gonna do a community post and post some of the ones that I've made and whatnot. So, but yeah, a few people have seen them and whatnot. But yeah, I guess we'll get started here in just a couple of minutes. Get it going early so you know people can get into this debauchery tonight and stuff.
Yeah, Friday we'll be back on my channel with a watch party for Evil Dead 2013, and we'll have Alex from Movie Odyssey TV joining us again.
Okay,
Last time
cool.
he joined us for Silence of the Lambs, I believe, was the last time he
Yeah.
joined us. But yeah, that should be a good time on Friday. And yeah, it was also the one that won the subscriber poll for picking one movie a month. That was the movie that was picked. So, but I know that's like a big movie for Juno too. It's a shame that he can't join us for that. So I'm thinking maybe like sometime in the future, maybe on his channel, we'll do the Evil Dead movie. Because I really wanted to do it with him, but the show's got to go on.
Right.
And that's what everybody voted for too. So it was like, all right, I can't tell everyone like, yeah, that won the vote, and then no, we're not doing it.
But as usual, here's our PSA before we get started.
Ladies and gentlemen, in order to achieve an R rating today, a motion picture must contain full frontal nudity, graphic violence, or an explicit reference to the sex act. Since this film has none of those, and since research has proven that R-rated films are by far the most popular with the movie-going public, the producers of this motion picture have asked me to take this opportunity to say, fuck you.
Yep. And so this movie is rated R, and there's like, sex, violence, debauchery, all sorts of interesting things, So, yeah, this is a fun one. There's several things. One thing I wanted to tell you too is, Charles Napier is in this from, Silence of the Hams and stuff. And, he was in several Russ Meyer films. He was, I would say, sort of a regular, but Haji, who was one of his regulars, is in this as well, and I'll point her out when she's in there. She doesn't have a big part like she did in Faster Pussycat Kill Kill, which is another classic that maybe one day we'll get to that. And then Erica Gavin was another one. My other real favorite movie of his is a movie called Vixen, where she's the main star in that, and it also has another guy in it. I forget his name, but he plays I'll point him out, but he Harrison Page, yeah, that's his name. He is in that one as well, and there's a lot of debauchery in Vixen. There's a little bit of incest in that one. So, but
always right up my alley.
So
Necrophilia all day, right?
Oh, well, that would be if we were watching Necromantic or something like that. Oof. Which actually, oh no, I do not. And I considered buying that Arrow thing, and then I'm like, nah, I don't really want to ever see these again.
Yo, these movies, my video store had these for rental, and I was like, yo, the artwork looks so cool. Going home and watching them at a young age, bad idea. Dude, I was like literally traumatized watching these movies. Like it was literally my introduction to necrophilia. I didn't know anything about that until I watched that movie. But yeah, I do have both of them now. I got what's this, cult epics. Right. So I can't go too close to it because of the nudity. So I can't go that close. And then you get the second one. Second one's even fucking crazier.
Oh man, the thing that gets me the most is there's the guy that directed and that George Bootreich or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah,
there was a thing of a video of his shorts that somebody put out, and there was just this one of like some guy in this room literally like slicing himself open with like a razor blade and just like freaking out. And that's all it was just this dude just like self-mutilating himself. And I'm just like, yeah, this is just something.
That sounds like that movie Scrum he did. It came out in like the early 90s. It's just like, it's like all this guy does is like masturbate and then like torture himself like physically, you know? Like
I
it's a
didn't
fucked up movie, man. It's
I didn't see any of the other. I just saw, all this like self mutilation, and I was just like, yeah, this is the perfect dinner movie to have with a bunch of friends, and
Necromantic 1 and 2, great for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I watched it with someone last year when Joe Bob showed it, and it made them really queasy. And after the fact, I was so glad because they were the same one that couldn't take the whole Ichi deal with the nipple slicing and stuff. So to each their own.
I mean, like, I do shit like that sometimes. I'm like, holy shit, how am I even watching this right now? Like, I'm so okay with this. Like, all right, like, fuck it, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say that these are movies I really revisit often. Like, it was more like, yo, these are available on Blu-ray now. Like, I remember watching these when I was a kid, and then like, going back and watching, it was like, holy shit, fuck these movies.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like my ex-wife had a real fascination with like the first Necromantic and stuff, because she's just like, look what they're doing. They're taking that iron thing and putting it on that corpse. She just put a condom on it. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't need a goddamn play-by-play, I can watch it myself. Fuck.
Yeah. One thing I could say, like, it seems like the story in the first one is actually like fairly interesting. It's a guy who's like a crime scene person. He like cleans up crime scenes and all that shit. He like works for a company that does that shit, and eventually he comes across the dead body and he brings it home, and him and his girlfriend are like, yeah, we're gonna have sex with this thing. Like, and it just, it gets so fucked up after that.
Happy birthday. I mean, it's just like, what the fuck? Some things that get taken to a new limit, and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, enough of all boot gripe, no Nazis in here. So let's get this party started. Although there is a Nazi in this film, and this is the one thing that I never. When I met Russ Meyer, I did meet him at this place, movie theater called The Strand, and he did a talk, and then he signed autographs and stuff. And I was too like to like ask him any real questions, but I did always want to ask him, why is Martin Bormann in this film? But I think, it's not the real Martin Bormann, of course, but that was, something that I think, Ebert came up with, but it's silly anyway. But the one thing that he did say to me, so I go, we have the same name. And he goes, oh, really? And he goes, great. He goes, so you spell that with 2 S's and 2 L's? I said, yes, sir. And he goes, that's the only way to go. So that's my fun little memory, All right, so if everybody's ready, we'll do the countdown and whatnot, and we'll get
do the
that
hokey pokey.
Huh?
Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm good to go.
Okay. So here is the countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Press play, you mothers.
Oh, dude, I've been seeing like articles online and like people making videos about Joaquin Phoenix walking out on his latest project that he kind of pushed to get done apparently, and it's like I don't know what the movie's supposed to be about. I think he's supposed to play like this gay guy or something like that, but apparently he backed out of it the last second, and now everyone's like pissed off, and all these people are like, getting to the I guess the point of like, like, oh fuck you, Joaquin Phoenix, I'll kill you and all this shit. But it's like one thing I found funny about the whole situation was like some people started calling him Walkout Phoenix instead of Joaquin Phoenix. People called him Walkout Phoenix.
So just to let everybody know, the movie starts kind of backwards with the end kind of first, and then it goes back into what's going on. But there's a lot of quick edits in this as well, because I had this one girlfriend of mine, we watched this, and she couldn't get through it, but I think partially it was because she didn't want her mom to see all the yits and shit that was going on. So we stopped it, and then we watched it later, and she loved it. But I had to, warn her. I'm like, well, there's a lot of fast edits and a lot of like, weird cuts, but it's a great movie and all that. But is this like, it's not one of those jokes like when he did that movie, right, where he was pretending to be insane and all that other kind of bullshit?
I don't know what movie that is.
It was that, fake documentary, that he did where he was, he'd grown that beard and the long hair and everything, and he was,
Oh yeah, he was like going on talk shows and like acting weird and shit. Like, all right, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Like he was like barely responding to anything on like he almost like came off as like a drunk dude in a way. Like
right.
But I just thought that was funny that the people were like, oh, fucking Walkout Phoenix.
And here's where Erica Gavin takes the pistol in the mouth.
I actually like that those credits are moving really slow.
Yeah. And so now you have the band before they take off to like LA playing this teen dance, and watching these like stuck up adults and all this like stuff,
Yeah, Jane Doe Latte is here too. What's up, Jane?
Like it's really weird. I actually like Dolly Reed, the one that's supposedly singing, but she really wasn't. It was a woman named Lynn Carey. But Dolly Reed, she was in Playboy at one point, either before this or after. But I actually saw her on an episode of Match Game like about a month ago or two, and it was a trip because I was like, "What the fuck? That's Dolly Reed! Holy shit!" I was like, "Wow." Yeah, Johnny's been working on his memoirs and stuff. His will be like a bestseller before, Robots. I mean, yeah, Telly Savalas. Gene Rayburn, man, he was a playboy. Yeah. He and that Brett Summers used to kind of cat around.
Smoking a joint in the van. Man, people will not stop talking about that Australian breakdancer. Jesus Christ, man.
What?
You didn't hear about that shit yet? Jesus Christ. It's
No.
like everywhere I look on the internet, it's all over the fucking place, man.
Is that Anthony Chobat's cousin?
Yeah, guess so. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what I did to get all that famous except for spin around on my head and, dress in crocodile clothes.
Yeah, apparently breakdancing is an official summer Olympic sport now.
No.
And some Australian girl did an awful job, apparently, and like people are giving her a bunch of backlash, and she's trying to like make it out to be like she's the real victim out of the whole thing. But it's just like, yo, you did awful. Like, shut the fuck up. Like there's a reason why people are ripping on you right now because you got 0 points during the whole competition.
So now they're in LA and they're going to be get invited to like a big party fairly soon, and
Yeah, this movie screams the 1960s, man. Even like I know it's 1970, but it's still a 60s movie in my mind.
The cool thing is it's got an appearance by the Strawberry Alarm Clock in it, and they do a couple
I
of
saw
songs.
that in the credits.
And the bass player of Strawberry Alarm Clock later became bass player in Leonard Skinner of all bands and stuff. It's the Paris Olympics. Everybody shoots himself up with a weight loss drug.
That is cool though, how that map is just placed over them like that.
Yeah. The one thing though I do like about this though is that all the songs are cool. They're all listenable, and it's not like some musicals or anything that this is. I mean, it's not really a musical, but some musicals are so sappy that you're like, oh god, where are the machine guns?
Yeah, like I don't know, man. Like I know when I was in school, like every year West Side Story, and it's just like, what the fuck, man? I don't want to watch this shit anymore, man.
Haji is the one in that little like basket that's going up and down, and then she come and does some other stuff.
Oh yes.
That's the one trying to think of her name. She plays Dolly Reed's aunt or whatever and stuff, and
that guy with the gold chain looks like a Puerto Rican Christopher Lee.
Yeah. It's yeah, Phyllis Davis. She was actually in this movie Sweet Sugar, which was really good. It's a good exploitation film, and she's in this other one called Terminal Island that has early early role for Tom Selleck, and that's a real good one too. Yeah, so this old bastard Porter Hall, thinks that she's just trying to get the money from her Aunt Susan and stuff. How long can P. Rich stay in a locked bathroom?
Yeah, new Olympic event. And first place winner wins a lifetime supply of toilet paper.
And Johnny says, "Get your CWO alarm clock today." That would be cool.
It's just constantly on 420. It just never moves.
We'll just have all sorts of stuff,
Yeah, right. I mean, we haven't sold out of the smoke alarms yet, so
Right.
we gotta sell them first.
It's a talking smoke alarm though. This is shit. Yeah.
Maybe we should sell sour pickles like some other fucking retards do on this on this website. It's not really that bad.
The one that's afraid to take a bath because they say they've got, don't want to put your dirty feet in the bath and wash your dirty ass, but your feet are only dirty if you've been walking around in a fucking dirty sidewalk, or some shit. And there is a thing called washing your feet, so I don't know. But like I'm really supposedly one to give hygienic tips, remember, because I'm an old granddad.
Maybe her husband just gets a power washer out and just hoses her down with a power washer.
See, there's Erica Gavin looking all bored, and then there's the supposed Martin Bormann, the bartender. I never could imagine that a Nazi would be a bartender. You're a moonchild, and you're a bitch. Oh.
Man, that creepy old lady with the wig and no teeth. Jesus Christ.
Right. And then you've got that guru guy. Then the best line that comes from the old lady though is, "I'd like to strap him on sometime." So yeah, Z-Man Barzell's party and everything.
That guy with the sideburns. This guy with the long hair and the sideburns. It kind of looks like Christopher Lloyd from Dennis the Menace.
Right. Cool it or you'll rupture your tongue.
Jesus Christ.
So this is when they arrive at the party and everything.
And Liv Style Rewinds here. What's up, Liv? Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I ran into Liv this morning at Pugwalls when I was there.
Okay. I'll be right back. Give me a couple seconds.
Okay. There's this one guy in that kind of like beige looking suit with the blonde hair. His name was Michael Blodgett, and he plays kind of like this gigolo in this film. I've heard some interesting stories that he was kind of a nutbag after his failed career and stuff. And that's about all I really know. But I was told this by somebody. I don't think he was like, bumming for change, but he was a bad alcoholic or something. Allegedly, we'll say. Yeah, Sean was doing a wardrobe change. Yep, there's the main line. This is my happening and it freaks me out.
I wish there was more 1080p rips on Internet Archive. There's really not a whole lot of them, or at least like every time I search, I don't really find a lot of them.
I wonder if the guy took it from this Criterion and what.
Yeah, there was no logo in the beginning or whatever, so that's hard to say. It looks great though.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard of trees growing in Brooklyn.
But she says ferns in the biffy. I have no idea what the biffy is.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that one's in the Urban Dictionary.
Then the rest of the band show up. And then there's Ashley with her eyes on Harris and whatnot.
Damn, her channel has hit 11K with subscribers yesterday. But congratulations, Liv. That's awesome. Great milestone.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's a big milestone.
Yeah.
Touch your toes. I'm going to show you where the wild gooch goes. I mean, shit, I've been on here like 6 years now, and I'm not even anywhere near 2K. She got to 11K in 3 years. it's, it's. I know most people it takes a long time for them to get anywhere near that number.
Well, for that, we're gonna celebrate that for you, Liv.
You got some kick-ass shit. 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 You got some kick-ass shit.
So that's to that
I mean,
11K right there.
besides that, dude, there is some fucking awesome boobs in this movie, man. Like,
I told you, sex, violence, debauchery, breasts, some nice
I
behind.
remember watching this years ago with an ex-girlfriend, but I don't even think I remember finishing this. I think we've actually fell asleep. Is what happened, but I really don't remember anything from this though. Like, how is this available on like? Well, it's obviously it's a Blu-ray. You said Criterion has this in their
Yeah.
catalog, I guess.
Yep.
I'll have to look into that.
Because see, that's why like a few months ago when I was telling you about like all his movies, see he got signed to a 2-picture deal from 20th Century Fox. So he did this one and he did another one called Black Snake. But Black Snake, you can only find that on bootlegs. The rest of his films, he put out independently on his own. But like once he died, the people that are running his show, I mean, the price point to buy them is like ridiculous, like $90 a pop or something like that. And it's ridiculous. Like Arrow put out like a box set, like I think in 2018 or 16, something like that. But it's way out of print. And I mean, whoever's doing it, they're ruining his legacy, man. They need to, lower that shit and get this stuff out, or license it to somebody. I think it's a fucking travesty.
Yeah, that can be the downfall of that, really. But I mean, like I wish Criterion would do more box sets in general. Like I know they do box sets, but it just seems like they don't do enough compared to other companies.
Right. But I mean, I don't even know if like they would even give Criterion the rights, I mean, apparently they gave them to Arrow for that short time. But I mean, I'm not, going on there and look, and it seems like they don't even keep up with the website anyway and stuff, It's almost like that dude that owns the rights to like the OG Dawn of the Dead, doesn't want to give the rights up to certain people, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately shit like that does happen sometimes.
So like being a fan, of his movies, like I said, I think it's a travesty, and stuff. I mean, somebody needs to take real control of that because I don't want these movies to go into obscurity.
Yeah, I mean if that continues, then that's probably what's gonna happen, like you're gonna see like less of a demand for movies like this. And Corey's here, Wilkie's
Yeah.
Movies and Music. What's up, Corey? Damn, he just dropped like 4 bottles of Johnny Walker on the floor.
Johnny Walker was his name. Things just weren't gonna be the same. This ain't no welfare line. Then what are you standing in it for?
Like, how are they happy? Like, I'd be like pissed off if I dropped fucking 4 bottles of Johnny Walker.
Well, she passed that thing, like that joke onto him and stuff. So there you go.
Oh yeah, she got him all fucked up right now.
Yeah.
I was going to say something smart, but all of a sudden, you know what? No. What? Suddenly I know that you weren't putting me on. But you were Emerson Thorne, Bishop Strong North, and all that. What about that kiss and all that crap? Or that kiss?
I've heard of that one before, Liv, but I've never seen it. I think it was like only available on VHS for a long time too. There's nothing out there. It's like
Yeah,
a super cheesy slasher movie.
I saw that not too long ago, a few months ago. It's on Prime, I think, and I liked it. I thought it was really good. It was a weird flick, but it was good. Lance
You ever
Rod.
see you ever see a movie called Slime City?
I've heard of it, but I've never seen that one.
It's stupid but fun. Kind of like Street Trash.
Well, that's worth it alone if it's like street trash. Alan and I used to see plenty of street trash when we lived in San Fran, you know. Sometimes eggs were flying.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a watch eventually, but I mean, if it's available online, or I mean, I don't know, maybe Vinegar Syndrome released a title like that, you know? Like it's definitely something
It
Vinegar
it
Syndrome
did
would
get
release.
it did get released, but I forget by somebody. You can get it. I don't know if it
Let's
was
look it up.
TerraVision.
But
Somebody.
yeah, Slime City, there's 1988. It's like, you know, people start like, you know, like falling apart because of slime and stuff. It's like this green slime starts like infecting people and all this shit. It's just absolutely bizarre. It's like, I don't know if you guys remember or not. Like, there was like a good like 3 or 4 year like span there in the late 80s where like slime movies were kind of like a thing. Like street trash is like really considered as one. You like everyone drinks that shitty liquor and then they start melting and everything. Like there was like, you know, it didn't last long. There's only like quite a few of those movies were made. It was probably like no more than like 15 of them really made it like out there, and they were just extremely low budget and everything. But Brooke Scarlett is here. What's up,
Yeah.
Brooke?
I just like love when they're playing this song and how like she, you know, like obviously, like I said, she's not the one really singing it, but just the way she's totally into the role, like staring at everybody, like, you know, when she's like singing and stuff. It's so cool.
I mean, she's doing a good job at making it look like she's really singing it, though.
Yeah. And especially, you know, with her two friends, you know, and stuff. Womp womp womp.
Liv is also mentioning Blood Diner. I saw that on the big screen years ago, actually, but I do have that in my collection too. That's a wild movie.
Yeah, I need to re-watch that. I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah, it's definitely a wild one, but it's fun.
So yeah, so they changed well because of Z-Man. He calls them the Carry Nations and stuff, and then he's now, you know, taking them and recording studio and everything.
Liv says she has a Blood Diner tattoo.
Nice. I don't know what's up with the cat mafia tonight because I haven't heard from 71 except like once today.
Those pictures were funny.
Oh yeah, she's been really getting into the AI thing as well too. That one that she did with the cat fighting with the alien was fucking awesome. I was like, I'm stealing that fucking thing. Yeah. Have we ever talked about our favorite movie of all time? I don't think so. At least, well, you know, I don't mention mine that often because, people are real divided by it. I think probably not, but, I just like to make it seem that way. It's
I
always
mean,
a
I don't
shock.
know. It's so hard to land on one movie, but like one movie I always like look at is like it's like a big movie for me where I can watch all cuts of it is Blade Runner. It
Yeah,
really
that's
is like when I like look at all movies, especially like everything I grew up on, like the time that was released and everything, and like when I discovered it and how much of a big deal that movie really was for me, like mostly like visually, really. It's just like first time I ever watched that movie, I was just completely amazed by it. Like I actually wasn't even really that interested in the story, but at the same time, I was so young. I really couldn't even fully understand the story when I first saw Blade Runner. But that's just one movie I always gravitate towards as one being one of my favorites is Blade Runner.
yeah, I mean that's amazing. I saw that in the theater. My grandfather actually took me to see it. I convinced him to take me to see it, and he liked it, but I don't think he understood like a lot of it. But then I was about how old was I? About 14 or 13 when that came out.
Fuck, man, I've never seen Blade Runner on the big screen, but like if I ever saw that on the big screen, I probably would sit there with the dumbest smile on my face. Like,
But my all time favorite movie is It's a Wonderful Life because it has a big deal. I told that before about when I was in the hospital and my mom bought me the book called Cult Films, or whatever, and that was in there, and so I was like, okay, I got to see this film, if this guy says it's really good, and then I finally saw it. It was before it became another like big deal, like for the holidays and all that kind of shit. And I was like, fuck, this movie's so good. And so, it's never kind of, left me. It's a, huge, uh, you know, part of my life.
I've only ever caught parts of that on TV as a kid. It's a Wonderful Life, but other than that, like I actually never seen the entire movie before.
Yeah, it's got a huge, like storied past to it and everything. And I think it's really well done. Although I'm not, I don't really have never really seen like a lot of any other Capra films, but that one though is amazing because it was a box office failure when it came out, and stuff. Come on, man.
Come on. This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass, Larry.
I gotta get an upgrade of that.
Yeah, I have the 4K. It comes with the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray's, it's good, but the 4K is just a little bit better. Lebowski. Is your homework, Larry?
So where do I fit in?
Yeah. Chester's favorite movie is John Carpenter's The Thing. That's not a bad choice, man.
No, that's a good one. So now there's all this like tension because Z-Man's taking control of like their career and all that when he was the one that was supposed to be doing it. And then there's Michael Blodgett as Lance Rock, the Gigolo and stuff.
Lance I don't know. What do you think?
Mulholland Drive, man, that is a crazy ass movie, man. If I ever get into a car accident, I'm just gonna roam into somebody else's house. Ah, shit, I got into a car accident. I gotta leave the scene now and go find someone's house.
Chester, I think you did better because, like nothing against Halloween, but, it's like every time, everybody goes to Dave McRae's, it's always Halloween or Friday the 13th. Come on, man. Oh, wait, I'm making that sequel to my sequel of the sequel of the sequel of the other sequel of Black Christmas.
But I mean, I think The Thing is the better movie anyway, or compared to Halloween. I mean, they're both great. I love both movies, but I think that The Thing is obviously the better movie. It's like this lady's hot, but she's too weird.
Yeah.
It's like the vibe I get from the guy. It's like, he's like, oh, I'm not interested in you. You're like, you're hot, but you're too fucking weird, man. Stop. Stop being weird. She doesn't even have her eyes on her road. She's staring at him driving the car.
See, exactly right. The sequel to the sequel of the other sequel, which wasn't a sequel, but then there was a sequel. And then that sequel wasn't a sequel, but the other sequel was a sequel.
And then sequel 2.0.
Right. Rosie says, Blair Witch is up there for me. And she goes, Sean, I know, laugh out loud. I stand by it. Well, we all got to stand by certain things. I mean, I don't stand by that sequel of the sequel that they did, that it was a bunch of fucking aliens and not a witch.
Oh, that's the 2016 movie with all that stomping through it and shit. I remember that piece of shit now.
Fucking, and I really liked Adam Wingard, and then after that I was like, and I even, put it out there like on Twitter, I was like, this is a piece of garbage, and I know he saw it. So
I don't know, man. I think, you can almost look at like every director and they do have like at least one or two questionable movies on their filmography where it's like, what the fuck? Like, you made that abomination.
I mean, he was doing like really good stuff up until about that point. Then he did that first, what was it? The first Godzilla Kong recently, I think. Which was okay, but it's like, how the fuck can you go from a fucking superior movie like You're Next to doing a fucking Godzilla Kong flick? Or,
Who knows, man? I don't really, like. I gotta find out what company released that, because like I wonder if he ended up getting tied into a deal where it was like, well, if you make this, you're gonna have to do this Blair Witch movie, and like like sometimes that'll happen to directors. They end up signing themselves into a deal, and the next thing they're like, fuck, man, for me to make this movie, I had to make this one because they won't give me the fucking money, and it's like,
Right.
but I don't know, man. Like I agree with you though, man. Like he was doing great shit up until that point, and then like after that, like I just was like, all right, it's all it takes
Like
is one really bad movie to make you not interested in a director anymore.
exactly, and like those two, the ABCs of Death, and those VHS movies. I mean, they're good. I mean, the last couple of VHS ones, they have some questionable things on them, but there's still a couple of stories there that are at least interesting, and so the whole movie's not a bust, but I actually enjoyed ABCs of Death, both volumes, and stuff. I thought they were pretty decent.
Like for me, the ABCs of Death was like I actually ended up finding that at a Dollar Tree on Blu-ray. And I was aware of it for so long. I was like, yeah, I'll probably see it someday. But like, I found it at the Dollar Tree. I sat down and watched it. I enjoyed it, but I don't think I really have any desire to want to see it again. It really is one of those one and done kind of movies for me. Like I enjoyed it when I saw it, but I don't think it's gonna have that same effect when I go back and watch it again.
So then Dolly Reed, she sleeps with Lance Rock, and then he basically reveals to her that he thinks it's great that like she's going to get this inheritance and stuff. And then she basically tells him, "Well, I told my aunt that all that money could go screw." And then he gets all pissed off, and stuff like, and why would she give a shit?
Yeah. That girl coming back tomorrow is a trap. Adam Wingard also did The Guest. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's fucking good. That's a great movie too. Well, Porter Hall, he gets what's coming to him anyway. Listen to me, hippie. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good line. Up yours, Ratso. $1 million and not a penny less.
Sweet virgin whore.
And just the way her eyes just get all big, and then she turns around and then she's like, "It's got to be $500,000."
Did he really just call her a sweet virgin whore? That
Yeah,
doesn't
he
make
did.
sense. It doesn't even make sense.
I know. So then here's Emerson and Pet, and he's studying for one of his lawyer tests and stuff.
Enough. Tomorrow.
You sound like Zeke.
Right now, I feel like
Yes, it is. Z. It's oxymoronic. So then, the thing here too is that they go for an actual like rolling the hay and all, since they're
What if there was like a pitchfork in that hay and they jumped in it and they died? They didn't see the pitchfork in the hay there. And they just like jumped into it and they died.
it's like, whoops, sorry about that.
Yeah, and then like people discover them. Oh my God, there's a killer going around killing somebody with a pitchfork. Be right back. Give me a second.
All right. It's the worst thing. You get, phone calls in the morning and stuff. I don't know, Alan. I mean, Ebert really wouldn't have to review his own movie, and stuff, but maybe the others did. I don't know. I'm sure Siskel had something to say about it though.
You've got great New York boobs. Chappelle Show segment.
Thanks, Liv. She said we got 15 likes.
Yeah. Yeehaw. New York boobs. See if I can find a picture of Chappelle from that. I've forgotten that segment on the Chappelle Show. At like one point, he's like, "Aren't they some great New York boobs? Roar, I'm scared." Boy, she had some sweet New York boobs. He is like, holy fucking shit, dude. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit, dude. It's just chaos all over the fucking place.
Oh, there we go. Hey, Kathy. Doing good. Hope everything's going good with you. It's good to see you. Glad you're here.
By which return for the handsome consideration of $50,000 cash immediately, you would agree to discontinue, or should I say,
So now he's trying to bribe her with $50,000. You know. That's good to hear, Kathy. I'm glad to see you. I was getting worried there for a moment because I was like, she's got to be here sometime to watch some of this debauchery and everything that we got going on. So this is where she gets her revenge on Porter Hall here.
What's she getting them high with here? Is that weed?
Yeah, probably some weed, but I mean that's not all, But I always thought that if they did a remake to this, which of course they never would, but like Dabney Coleman would be a good Porter Hall. Or even J.K. Simmons,
Like, what is it? Dust? It's not weed. It's dust. PCP. He ends up eating her face after smoking it.
Oh, it doesn't get that serious, And he doesn't consider her face like a dill pickle, and stuff for that high, relevant content, That's probably what we should do is do a stream on like fucking pickles,
Fuck that.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not that desperate in my life, so pickles will never happen.
But see, like Kathy does cool streams where she cooks and stuff like that, but she just, but she doesn't sit there and go, "Oh, I got this pickle that I'm going to try for everybody." I mean, it's like, who gives a fuck,
And on top of it, it's a sour warhead pickle.
that wasn't a warhead, but yeah, so disappointing. But I mean, Kathy's cool because she's got, she'll do cooking stuff or talk about her family and things like that, and it's good to see some different content.
Yeah, definitely, dude. I mean, I don't know if I'm subscribed to her channel, so I'll go over there now. If I can. There it is. No, I'm subscribed now, though.
Can you put her
hello
link up?
there, Kathy.
Since you're there, can you put her link in the chat, please?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Let's put Livs in the chat too, since she just hit that big point.
I mean, like, yeah, I don't mind doing it, but like, just saying, like, you should be able to click on the names. Like, everybody should be able to just click on the names and go directly to the channel. I don't mind sharing the channel links. It's not a problem. I'm just saying, like, it's just so people know.
I know. I mean, I knew that. I mean, you were already there. That's the reason I asked.
Yeah, it's not a problem. It only takes a second to do it, so it's no issue. I'm just making sure everybody in the chat knows that you can just click on each other's names and hit subscribe. Well, like, some channels you can't do that. You go on some people's channels, they'll have a stream, and you try to go to their channel, and there's no option to do that. So I don't understand why it's like some channels you can do that and some you can't.
Right. Well, like on Dirk's channel, I think he only has one moderator or something, and he doesn't know how to do that stuff. So, it's kind of rough to like, you can't put people's links out there on his channel.
You know what else kind of sucks is like explaining things to people on like how to do things as far as like being on the internet, technology and stuff. It can be harder to do when you're like not like physically with that person to show it to them. Like explaining things through like a text message or something, it's just like it just doesn't work out that well. I don't know, man. There goes Liv's link now. It's down there.
Oh, they had that scene where Haji's all dressed in black, where she's like totally nude and covered over, and then she's got that kind of like
Oh, okay.
Hydra hair and stuff.
No, I forgot about that. Liv is right about that. If you're not a moderator, that's why you can't go to the
Right.
channel directly. That's right. I forgot about that shit. So that's the reason why not everyone's channel. All right, yeah, I always forget that shit, man. Like, there's even times I forget how to turn people into mods. Honestly, it's just not something I do all the time. So, like, when it's time to turn somebody into a mod, I'm like, what? What are we doing here? Like,
there you go, Liv.
Buffering on me. For some reason, my tablet stopped loading and it's buffering right now.
And then here's where Charles Napier shows up.
Yeah, I'm like dead middle of the movie right now and it's buffering.
So Kathy, she's a moderator too, because I will spread the wealth.
All right, I'm gonna start the website over. I'm gonna need a timestamp in a minute. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Because I think like it just timed out on me and started buffering, but I'll just restart it. Actually, it might take me directly where I left off, so I'll let you know if it does.
Okay.
I only seriously proposed marriage once in my life. The offer still stands.
Dude, what the fuck, man? Like, nothing's working on my tablet now. Yeah, I got an issue going on here, man. It's nothing works on my tablet right now.
That's weird.
I'm gonna restart the tablet. I'm gonna just restart it and maybe everything will work again.
All right.
But like every time I try to go back on Internet Archive, it doesn't even load.
We'll get you caught up.
Yeah, I just hope that the restarting the tablet was like sometimes I restart shit like that, it just everything goes back to normal.
So here's like Ashley and what's his name, Harris or whatever the hell his name is, and he's just like not into her, of course, because she's such a weirdo, pouring that sand all over him and stuff.
I know I'd be like, get this girl away from me, man.
That line where, he tells her, "Why don't you lay Sigmund Freud and stuff?"
Yeah, dude, I don't know what's going on here, man. Like, this is all I got right now. It just spins.
What the fuck?
It won't play at all. I restarted the tablet and everything, but I'm just gonna keep trying to play with this and see if it gets going or what. Oh, wait, I think it's working. Yeah, it's working now.
All right. You need a timestamp?
Yeah, what's the timestamp?
Okay, 1 sec. Oops. I always forget I have a different controller for the player.
Like, I know we're like around the middle of the movie right now.
Hold on. We are at 102.04.
All right.
It's where Harris and Lance Rock are getting into a fight at the party.
I see V is here. Banter Black. What's up, V? Good morning to you. Top of the morning to you, V. Damn it, dude.
Maybe
Again.
switch over.
Again.
Maybe switch over to Look Movie then. I don't know.
Yeah. This is the first time I've ever had an issue like this on Internet Archive, but this tablet I have is a piece of shit, though. It really is. Like, it's an Amazon Fire fucking thing or whatever the fuck it is, and it's all the formats are different from my cell phone, and it's just, I hate this thing. I hate using it. Yeah, I gotta go to Look Movie. This is fucked up, man.
Haji's one fucking line in the movie. What I see is beyond your dreaming.
But this is like one reason why I could never rely on streaming. Is because of bullshit like this, you know? Internet fucking connection problems, whatever the hell the problem is.
Right.
That's why I have to rely on physical media. Like, I like movies way too much to be getting interrupted by shit like this.
Susan, I think this concerns you.
I never want to see you again.
Well, is your legal advisor going to leave home?
You know, honestly, if I was watching this on my own right now and this happened to me, I probably wouldn't even finish the movie. I'd probably be like, well, I'm done. Gonna go ahead and put something in that I own. You know?
Right.
But that's just me, you know. All right, what's your timestamp?
Timestamp is 105.11.
All right, I'm just a couple seconds behind.
It's where Pet's talking to Mike Tyson there.
I'm about like 7 seconds behind you, so it's the same difference, really.
You'll catch up.
Or somehow by the end of the stream, I'll be done with the movie before you.
Boyfriend. Now listen, Marcel. I don't know everybody's getting this boyfriend crap. The chick's been sleeping with me. You got it? Yeah, I think she had. Are you running out on the book yet?
V saying this is her favorite Russ Meyer movie.
I don't like the tone of your voice.
It's her first Russ Meyer movie.
Oh, no, I thought it said fave. I thought it's. I was like, I got my other tab where I'm reading the comments. Isn't exactly like right in front of my face, but I thought it said fave.
This really isn't your night, is it, Pussycat?
And then this is where Harris shows up all drunk over at Casey's place and stuff. And then they kind of wind up doing the nasty, you know. But it's not like in Demonic Toys, you know, where he's like, after I kill all your friends, we're gonna do the nasty. Thanks, Vanta. Yeah, I love this film.
Yeah, Texas also has a rap album coming out sometime soon. It's going to be under the name TX65. And he's also going to get it tattooed on his forehead like Tekashi 69.
No, I won't get it tattooed on my forehead. I used to like
if you really did that, I'd be like, yo, like you seriously had a midlife crisis. Like what's going on over there?
I always, as a joke, how Tupac had that Thug Life tattoo on his chest. I always wanted to get one that said Pug Life, you know, across my chest. You know?
With a pug going like right above it too, like a pug's head. Gizmo's here. What's up, Giz? It's good to see he's not talking about poop tonight. Or at least not yet.
So, you know, Mike Tyson here, he's all like, is that your old man? Like he don't give a flying fuck or anything, you know. Just the way she's freaking out and almost in tears. But you said you were going to study. Well, I've got my textbook in my hand, bitch. What do you want? You know. See, and then she gets all instantly mad at Mike Tyson there and tells him to get out.
It's all your fault. You raped me.
You got that big ass pair of pants, you know, that he had to put on.
You're in my way, man. Again. Your ass out of the way.
I love how like everybody becomes just like so hot headed in just like a split second and stuff, you know.
I know I wouldn't be happy if I was that dude.
And then look what he does, man. He just fucking hits Emerson, you know, and poor Emerson's hanging on the car and everything, you know.
His fault for standing in front of the car like that.
Nah, he, you know, he
He
could have
could have
gotten.
just walked home, but he stood in front of the car looking like a fucking hard So
They could have gotten out. They could have
he's
just fought
asking
it
for it.
out, you know. I mean, he's the boxer and shit. Yeah.
Damn, that dude knows how to drive.
See, it says Warwick, you know, Court Apartments, but it was really Warwick Davis Court Apartments.
Leprechaun Court Apartments. Speaking of Leprechaun, yeah, apparently Laura Barnsley had their. Apparently, her attorneys contacted me. Can you remember that? Dude, I sent you that
Yeah.
email that they sent me. Like, how can somebody be that fucking ridiculous? Like,
I tried to
my
look them.
attorneys have contacted you. You better delete the Blue Ruin stream. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I looked up the fucking tried to look up the profile again, and it, you know, I must be blocked or something because I couldn't fucking find it.
I think they blocked us all, whoever it is, because I can't find the account, and now they only want to reach me through emails and threaten me with all this shit. But like, every time I see like an email from the name, it's just so utterly ridiculous. Like they really think they have some kind of power over me. Like, I don't know, man. I'm so used to hateful emails at this point. Like, I have an idea of who it is, but I'm not gonna
Right.
say. There's just too many coincidences that keep showing up, and but I'm not gonna say who I think it is because I could be wrong too. I could be dead wrong about that. But I gotta say, man, when I get hateful emails, it puts a smile on my face. Like, damn, dude, like. Me having a good time on YouTube is ruining someone's day, and I
Right.
find that really fucking funny. Just I really do, man. I'm not doing anything at all but just enjoying myself on YouTube, and it pisses people off bad. Yeah, and I would definitely recommend watching Blue Ruin, especially if you're into like revenge movies, man. You should be able to find some value in that. I know first time I saw that movie, man, I was pulled into it like not even like didn't even take like 10 minutes, man. I was fully engaged into that movie and really good overall for what it is.
You know, it was funny when we watched that, and I recently subscribed to this channel on Prime called Movie Sphere because it was really cheap. That's how I watched when we did Kill Bill 1 and 2. And,
Okay.
and wouldn't you know, fucking Blue Ruin was on there, and I was like, damn, I could have watched it on there.
Yeah. I think we're on the last half hour now.
This is where Harris is like so fucked up, and you know, he's gonna do something really stupid.
Is that a real album?
No. Mm-mm. They did put out like a soundtrack to this, but I don't know how long it was around because I wound up getting like a bootleg CD of it.
Overall, these characters are pretty fun in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, besides like all the animosity that kind of pops up through it, but it makes the the interactions interesting.
Yeah, and like Barzell looks all like concerned that they're gonna play like this other song, and stuff, which is a better song, I think, anyway, than Look Up at the Bottom. Yeah, there was an airplane just now, and that was Harris. And they're like, keep the cameras rolling, like they always do.
Ah, there goes Charles.
Yeah.
Big Chin Charles.
He was in this other one called Harry, Cherry, and Raquel. That's really good.
I don't give a damn. It's still my fault. What the hell do you know about it?
Yeah, and then Casey comes out with the fact that she's pregnant with Harris's baby and stuff. See, it's got everything. Debauchery and shenanigans, I tell you. Yeah, a rewarding life as a paraplegic. Thank you for letting us know that. But
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Z. Take care, and maybe we'll see you this weekend.
and Roxanne's like kind of scoffing that, oh, it belongs to Harris, like she really doesn't care anyway because she wants her to get rid of it because she's all into Casey, and so it's like women on women love.
I have to. After what happened last night, this could be the only child Harris could ever see. Right, but you. Funny way I do.
See, but the thing is, she always had a thing for Harris that they allege anyway. So she's just trying to get her to have that abortion stuff.
Fucked up.
This is where it kind of like gets all soap opera and shit.
Yeah.
And they even play like the perfect fucking music for it and stuff too.
danger. Come on, come on.
Dr. Downs, those fucking, glasses and stuff.
Does every gynecologist have to look like that?
Right. But it's perfect though when she screams and then they have that shot of the pancake batter, going into that skillet.
You see shit like that a lot in like 80s slashers and stuff.
Right.
Like that actually happened earlier on in the movie, I remember. I forget what it was though. There was a scene like that though. Like Tyson's back.
Personally, thank you for those 30 days in the bucket. And what was it you delivered, man?
Night Gizmo, thanks for coming out.
Later, G.
Get the hell out of here, man. I can see those change. Now, the last time I was up here, you were all bad. Get the hell out of here.
Why, Randy? Why?
Come down to the table.
Why can't you leave us alone? Leave us alone. You touch him and I'll cut you.
Here I am.
You've been so kind. I don't know you've been so wonderful. You've been so kind. I don't know you've been so wonderful.
It's so weird how she has that like straight kind of stoic face. It looks like she almost wants to, I don't know, like start laughing or something ridiculous, And then she's groping her breast like a 12-year-old boy.
She looks like she's like shot out on benzos. Like she's about to like pass out at any second. Like you touch her the wrong way, she'll pass out. Yo, what's the matter? I just poked you. What's the matter? Wake up. I don't know. She just has that zoned out look. Like it's just not there with reality.
Have anything to do more important than that. You're able through life full steam ahead, getting down. Something happened to make you stop short. People are help. You're important to years.
Well, that's very good. Why don't you
She's got that old lady there, and she's like snoring and stuff.
Lance? Yeah, I see it. Why don't you drop over to my place by 9 o'clock tonight and bring your little girl? I see you alone for my special party.
Susan, well, they proposed to her once. I think it was just a waste of space. Baxter. Strictly. Thought it was nice. Well, except they get married. That's the truth.
Are you sure you won't stay until the rest of us?
Thanks. Ordinarily, I'd say yes, but I think tonight. Hopefully, friends, to our health and cheer and happiness. Arthur, let the
So
ritual begin.
here we go with like Z-Man's special private party with just the four of them, and of course, Martin Bormann, the Nazi.
We have no further need of your services. The other. I feel
The fuck?
so Artie is the reason for you. Hey. She is up a body by the arraignment for the court, and a brutal one for the jungle, Dennison. And this one of all for me. Things that I do for friends. Friendship. Strong youth, bond of the round table. We understood the creature treading the river Styx. And here, doesn't that prove my fealty? Doesn't that satisfy? I accept you. And beseech you to sign as dear and guard your angry love. Man, Superwoman, you must be serious. It boils nothing unless you're serious. Marvelous. This thing's jungle. Hey, Rue, it's your party. Let's do it. Marvelous. It displays you to such magnificent advantage. Just see, man.
I wonder why, Mike. You're going to your head and taking those cookies to learn something. An ancient potion by Merlin the magician book. Some other benign.
An ancient potion by Merlin the magician. That one called peyote and some other benign goodies. It's used.
Peyote and some other benign goodies.
Yeah. All sorts of cancer or something,
No more words, I pray you. Let the games begin.
So they're taking peyote and drinking wine.
Yeah, or some elixir of some sort. This is when it really, takes a fucking turn,
Turns into some Willy Wonka shit here.
Well, even more so, I would say. It's like human catnip or some shit, and stuff.
The one dude's all playing with his face.
Right? And now he's like freaking the fuck out because, Z-Man / Superwoman is all kind of on top of him a bit, and stuff. Fabric fresh with Febreze. It's just like, I think Erica Gavin's like really hot, but some of her facial expressions in this movie are just so weird. But in that movie that she's in, Vixen, that was like one of the first movies, Russ Meyer movies I saw. I was just like, wow, this is like incredible, and stuff.
All right. Looks like girl on girl massage. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it looked like she was almost trying to strangle her there for a minute. I'm like, what?
Alright, man. Peyote will have you doing all types of things, man.
Have a good night, Chester.
Yeah, take care, Chester. Maybe we'll see you this weekend.
All right, Alan. Good night. Glad you stopped by, brother. I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow at some point.
Yeah, take care, Alan. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Whatever. I gotta get my head together. I'm flashing. Maybe some of that song. I can get my head together. Jungle Man. Maybe some of that. Just to be here locked and embraced. Jungle Man. Every man's dream. Just to be here locked and embraced. In the arms of she who is every man's dream. That superwoman. Finding that so strangely in embrace to the defiant of carnal desire. Finding so strangely in embrace. Body with carnal desire. Carnal desire, my ass.
That's one of the other great lines. Carnal desire my ass.
I'm just glad I was able to get this back up and running again. It's been playing smoothly on Look Movie without any issues.
Oh, that's good.
Fucking peyote's got everybody so weirded out, man. Oh, now these dudes are getting it on. Jesus Christ, man. Don't take the peyote, man. It'll make you weird and gay. Yellow downers.
This is the best line here. You shall drink the black sperm of my vengeance.
That dude shot out on peyote, man.
He's shot out on a lot of things. It's just so weird, you know, how it just all of a sudden becomes this whole weird like trip, you know.
It's clear where it's coming from. But you know, they did more than just the peyote too. Like, you know, they were drinking whatever that wine was, and
right.
It looked like they were doing something else too. Thanks, V. She's saying best breakfast TV ever.
King of the jungle comes up with the imperious rule of me, who is incomparable. It excites me. legendary strength rendered impotent as you grovel before the greatest superhero of all time. Scored.
Methinks you remind me of certain things.
Remind me of certain things.
Finally,
Guy with the red cape needs to just shut up already.
Meet my friend Excalibur.
I think we need like I don't know, like an asylum crew to come pick this guy up.
It just gets better. I mean, it's so strange, but yet it gets so much better.
this whole thing has been a big game, right? A big put on. We don't put each other on.
Each other on. The trouble is, it's for real. But it's sort of way. Put it away. Sort of way. Put it away, you know.
Z-Man Varlet. Here's the reveal.
Oh my god. Man, I don't think I guess a lot of binary people won't like this movie.
And even the Nazi's kind of shaking his head, and then he's like, "Oh fuck," you know. So this is the part, that we're back to, like, from the beginning when it started. This is incredible, like seeing this on the big screen too.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, V. I know we're coming up on the end. I think we're on the last 10 minutes here.
Yeah, this is one of the most, fucked up parts right here.
Damn, the blood effect was crazy.
Yeah.
Killing everybody! Killing what? Casey, what's wrong? Killing everybody! Casey needs help. Let's go.
It's like they're the real superheroes now coming to rescue Casey.
Yeah, the music kind of insinuates that in a way.
Yeah.
It's just running around with them tits.
Well, both, because you could say real, fake, real, fake. You know.
Yeah.
That's
Damn,
so
yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, this dude's so far gone, Tit Man.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like the only thing we're missing is like the comic book sound effects, you know. Bang, snap, pow.
Yeah, Cat gets hit. Pet. She gets hit in the shoulder.
Oh, that's right. The other guy's paralyzed.
But he was able to knock him over so they could get the gun away from him.
Come on, guys. All you guys against Tit Man. Why can't you guys can't get that gun off of him? Take care, Liv. Thanks for hanging out.
Yep. See you, Liv. Thanks for coming in and everything. Yeah, and then the good thing out of it, Harris can feel his legs, so he's no longer paralyzed.
It's a miracle.
See, when they did this, like the guy, the executive or whatever, when they signed Meyer to this contract, the guy threw out the title of this to him, and then Ebert, he knew Ebert, so he asked him to write. He said he would do the film, and he asked Ebert to write it. So then apparently it was going to be like a sequel to Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, but then Jacqueline Suzanne, who wrote the book, was like, "Oh, no way in hell," because I guess like she didn't even like the fact that the other one was put out as a movie anyway. So that's why at the beginning it says this is in no way has anything to do with Valley of the Dolls. So they almost did sort of a satirical kind of thing, to it, because it's not exactly, like the original anyway, but, but I love how, huh?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, and then here at the end, it has all this explanation for all like the characters and like how, Ashley, she didn't, didn't like, she had total disregard for men like she did with Harris and everything. And then, then Lance Rock, all he was this and that. And then how Porter Hall was, he was all self-interested, it's kind of funny the way they did that,
Yeah. Like for a minute there, the stream just freezed on me. Like I could still hear you, but like everything froze up. Like everything, and then the buffering started again. But
That's weird.
like I was looking down at the tablet where I'm keeping like paying attention to the chat, and I could see my face was frozen. Like I was just like stuck there staring at the screen.
He forgot that yesterday is only for women. Those who choose to live there sleep tomorrow. Hence mistake. A fleeting thing born of emotion. Yet it all provides to others. Brand his body. Cage for an animal. It lifted him to the top of his field, but in the end, the beast almost killed him. Her selfish and love, so ready to turn her back on the friendship. The road back is painful. By her pain, she will never again. Extended to your fellow man is a gesture of love. Love that asks nothing, expects nothing. It is simply there. And if love is in you, then gentle will be all your steps as you walk beyond this valley. As you walk beyond this valley.
Friday.
We're doing Evil Dead 2013 on Friday at the usual time, which was voted from all the subscribers. It was a poll for that. I've been trying to do a poll like once a month to let the subscribers vote out for a movie to pick to do a watch party, and that's what everybody picked.
So they're gonna have this triple wedding ceremony in Porter Hall. You know, and he's like a bum, and he's hanging out outside. You know, and stuff.
Yeah, dude, I really don't remember seeing this, dude. Like, I really think, like, years ago when I watched this with my girlfriend, I think we fell asleep during it. And, like, I don't remember finishing the movie.
It's funny how they called Haji's character Catwoman. You know, she I guess sort of was when she was in that black bodysuit or whatever and stuff.
Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore, man. That's for sure.
Yeah. So there we have it. You know, the Russ Meyer classic Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. And, you know, I hope everybody enjoyed the sex, violence, and debauchery and, you know, other
Yeah.
aspects, you know, of the film.
And the peyote eating.
One of these days I'll get around to we'll watch a few of the others because I know a bunch of them are up on Look Movie and stuff. Because I definitely know Vixen is because I checked that out because I wanted to watch it.
Yeah, it really is just unfortunate though. That it seems like a lot of those movies are hard to get a hold of, like physically. You know, it's
Yeah.
like what you were touching upon earlier in the stream with that. Like, yeah, I agree with that 100%, man. Like, hopefully, like I don't know, somebody can just release a box set of that stuff. It's, you know, like even like other films from that era that I might not be into, like when you hear like something like that getting a release, like sometimes Criterion will announce titles that I really don't care for, but I understand how important and big these movies are. And like, you know, it's just, it's at least cool to hear that, you know, these classic older films, you know, that are getting a little bit up there in age, you know, they're being recognized by studios. Like even getting 4Ks at this point too.
Right. I just don't get the point, you know, like why they don't, license them out to somebody. It's so weird.
I don't know, like, like just for it, like and as an example, like Universal Studios. That's a tough company to pry movies from. Like even like, like if you license it out, obviously you're paying for it, like they're getting paid for it. But I just from what I noticed over the years with like physical media and Universal movies, like usually Universal likes to just release their own stuff. They don't like to license shit out. But I don't know. If someone's willing to pay you and you understand how important these movies are, you should license them out, They should
Yeah.
have proper releases, especially if if you're the studio that actually owns these movies and you're not doing anything besides something standard, yeah, license it out then.
I mean, because it's so weird that like when he made his movies and everything, they always gave him like an X rating, but his films were not like really pornographic, There's a lot of nudity and stuff, but his films, for the majority of a lot of them, they were like action films, really, with nudity. I mean, like
Yeah.
like like Faster Pussycat Kill Kill, it's, in black and white. There's no real nudity in it, and but still, they wouldn't give him like a rating, but I mean, he didn't give a shit really, I think, about the studio system anyway, because he put his movies out independently, except for those two when he signed up for the thing at 20th Century Fox. And like I said, the other movie that he did with them, Black Snake, never got like a wide release to begin with, and you can't find it except on bootleg, and it's just festering in a damn vault.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks when it seems like, something that's obviously good kind of has that status of, oh, it came and went because it doesn't have a proper release for it today or something to at least acknowledge it. But yeah, that's just really bad handling overall, really.
And then, like I said, the others, I don't know who, when he died, who became in charge of his, company. But like I said, they put everything on Blu-ray, but like I said, the prices are outlandish. They're like they want you to charge you between like 80 and $90 to buy a single Blu-ray. They did put a box set of some together, but still, that's expensive as well too. It's ridiculous.
See, another thing is there's a lot of people out there that will pay that money.
Right.
There really is, like, people are like, like, they just look at it as, I only live once. If that's what it's costing and I really want it, I don't care what it costs. That's what I'll pay whatever it costs, man. Like, I mean, I've heard of people paying stupid price. Like, I remember, I'm not going to say the name of this person, but somebody on here paid $125 for the Lord of Illusion Scream Factory Blu-ray. I'm not going to say the person's name, but somebody paid $125 for it because it was out of print and long gone. But that price didn't matter to them. And when I heard them explain it to me, like why they paid that much, I was like, okay, I kind of get it. But I would never pay that much for a movie. I don't care. I just would not do that.
Well, I almost paid. I asked several people, like, is this worth it for this price? I almost paid like $100 for a copy of Blood on Satan's Claw, but that was because Severin doing their thing of, oh, we put it out. It's only available at our conventions, but during our sales, we'll put it out, kind of thing. Because we only pressed 300 copies 5 years ago, and they're still around.
Yeah,
So I did.
I try not to buy into that stuff anymore.
So I did get it from them. Well, I'm gonna just basically do what Brad told me to do. He's just buy during the sales. Don't buy during,
Yeah. See, another thing is like the sad part about that is the new collectors that come in and are starting to collect those type of movies. They're not going to know any better. And when they see
Right.
that, they're going to go, "Oh, I got to jump on that right now." And then later on, and be like, "Fuck, dude, I got ripped off for that." But
But
yeah, that's the business.
yeah, it's like Kathy said passion purchases. Yes, I can see it. And yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, I used to be that way with records and stuff sometimes. Like there was this like thing that it wasn't even available like to the public. It was kind of a thing that Touch and Go had made as like a limited edition thing, but it was just kind of a thing that was, I guess they did a limited number and did put it out to the public, but it I don't know, it was a weird kind of thing. But good night, Vanta. We'll see you. Yeah, we'll see you on Friday. And thanks for always coming out and everything. And you're very welcome anytime.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for hanging out, V and Kathy, whoever's left here in the chat. Looks like we have 7 people left here, but yeah, thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your week, and maybe we'll see you this weekend.
So there was this record that they had. It was a I'm trying to think of like what the title of it was now. It was like a 12-inch single that they put out of it was called Headache. And the main edition that came out was just a regular cover with a drawing by this guy, Savage Pencil, who was this like English artist. He did some stuff for like Sonic Youth and stuff. But this limited edition thing that they put out was an actual autopsy photo of this guy who had his head split down the middle by an axe, and they put it in a body bag and threw a bunch of stickers and firecrackers, just a bunch of weird shit in it. You never knew what you were going to get. So I searched around for that, like for the longest time. And it was going originally for, I think, about $100. And I remember going to like a record swap, and this guy had it, and I had the cash on me. I said, "Well, what are you looking to sell that for?" And he goes, about 125. And I said, "I've got that right now. I'll give it right to you." And then he's all like, "Oh, well, I would do that, but I'm gonna he goes, "But I'm gonna wait and see if I can get some more money." Right when he told me he would fucking sell it to me, and I was like, "The fuck," So,
Dude, that would make me like, I'd be like, "Yo, I think I might slap this dude in the face right now." Like, I
and
think I might. That's fucked up. You don't fucking like lead someone on like that. Like, what the
yeah.
fuck, dude? That's the type of shit you get slapped in the face for. I'm sorry, like you do.
So then, like years later, a couple of friends of mine, they bought this record store out from this one guy. He decided he didn't want it anymore. So then they decided, they bought it from him and stuff. And they were always cool to me anyway. So I happened to notice, I went in there one day and I saw it hanging on the wall, and I was like, "Holy shit, you guys actually have a copy of that?" And they go, "Yeah." And I go, "How much is it?" And they go, like 200. And I was like, "Oh," I said, "Yeah, it's a little rich for my blood." And they go, "Well, we've been having it for like a while. So they go, give us a couple of weeks. If it doesn't sell, we'll give it to you for 100. And I was like, "Okay, I can deal with that." So then I told my ex-wife, I said, "Up there, they've got a copy of Headache, and they'll sell it to me for 100, but they want to wait a couple of weeks." And so like she went in, she was going to surprise me, and she went in there to buy it. And the day before, some motherfucker bought it, for like 200. So like it was like twice that happened to me, and I just was like, okay, I guess this one isn't in the cards, and stuff. But I
Yeah,
mean,
that's unfortunate. But at least they offered you a good deal, and it's like,
yeah,
like, let's see if we could sell it for 200 first, and if not, we'll give it to you for half of that. Like, it's probably the best a business person can do in that situation, really.
so I just figured by then, I go, well, that's not in the cards for me. So I guess, I don't need it after all. And I probably wouldn't have played it anyway. I probably would have just kept it sealed up, and shit anyway. So
Yeah, but it still would have took. I understand what you're saying. Like, it would have took the weight off of your shoulders and
right.
stressing about not having it, and Because like there's certain movies I get sometimes I'm like, finally I had this in my collection. Like I
Right.
feel so relieved now.
Well, like that Texas Chainsaw on Second Sight. I actually bought that off of eBay from some guy's store, and it cost me a little bit more than I probably should have paid for it. I mean, I did pay over 100 for it, so
Dude, the way I see, I don't ever really knock people for like, if someone's saying like, all right, they paid a ridiculous amount of money on something. I'm not gonna be like, you fucking idiot. Most of the time, I'm just gonna like, like hopefully I can hear an explanation on it so I can understand the person. As long as they have a good explanation for it, which people usually do, I can't knock people for that. I just know
Right.
me personally, I'm just, like I think the most I ever spent on one single movie, as far as like a set goes, probably $70, and I'm not even happy about that really. But it's that or nothing, really. Sometimes you have to be willing to pay those prices.
Yeah.
But obviously, that chainsaw set, I know how nice it is. I don't have it. Like I've seen other people unbox it and stuff. I have the regular Dark Sky Films 4K, but I understand how big that movie is for you. So to me, it makes perfect sense. Whatever it is, and at the end of the day, whatever it is that you paid for it, it should only satisfy you and nobody else.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was just kind of selling out everywhere, and I kept looking for it. I probably, if I would have waited a little bit longer, I still might have gotten it a little bit cheaper. But like,
Yeah.
I slept on that high tension one, and like, it's ridiculous. It's the prices people are asking for that. But
Yeah, I think the Blu-ray's still available, but I think that
yeah,
4K is gone now.
and I mean, like I said, I don't have a 4K, but I just like when they put those sets, and stuff.
Yeah, they are nice, dude. That's like when I bought the Inside Second Sight set, I paid 40 for that. And I also had it shipped overseas from
Right.
Amazon UK, which it came out to about, I think, $44 shipped, something like that. But I was like, I want the box. I don't want just the individual release, because the regular DVD that we had for years with no like clarity in the picture and just nothing to go on as far as information goes. And now you get a nice booklet with it. You actually get like real features and stuff. To me, that was just worth paying that money for a movie like that.
That's not bad, Kathy, and I'm glad you found that Child's Garden of Grass. I know that record. I've never owned it or anything, but I do, I do know about that one. There's a lot. I mean, there's so many things sometimes. I used to buy like a ton of like, 7 inches from Britain and stuff. And, you know, there was
Yeah.
there was like this one seller I knew in Berkeley, and, they would sometimes give me a deal, but it was kind of like, some of the money they would charge for stuff would be like, no.
Yeah, it's like they're, it's a trying to sucker people or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I know you got stuff to do and everything, and I'm gonna guess get off here and everything. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that came out tonight and stuff. And oh, that's cool. Kathy, she says her daughter April has a friend that's a rare record dealer. I mean, that's that was really the only, my drug habit, is like, buying, physical media and or vinyl, when I used to, you know. My
Yeah.
mother always, when I was a kid, my mother always used to bitch, "You're never going to listen to all those records." And then years later, she goes, "That's your investment, and this and that." It's like, first you're telling me you don't like that I have all these records, and now it's like, this is your investment.
I
So
think it just took her some time to realize what it means to you.
right.
You know, that's probably what it was. I think after a while she realized, like, this is what, he focuses on. It keeps him going in a positive way. I mean, I don't know, man. To be honest with you, without being in the movies like the way I am and like the half the things I collect, I don't know what I'd be doing. I'd probably be locked up somewhere doing fucking shit I shouldn't be doing. But like overall, it's like, small hobbies like this. It keeps me grounded, keeps me out of trouble. The more
Right.
I focus on it, the better.
So, all right. Kathy and everybody that came out, and for all you people that are going to come and hopefully watch the restream and all that, much love and salutations to everybody. I hope everybody has a good night, and hopefully we'll see everybody on Friday on Sean's channel for Evil Dead 2013. I know we
Yeah,
won't.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I know we won't particularly see one certain person because they don't like that movie, even though they're the biggest Evil Dead fan out there.
Forgot about that.
So yeah.
What a goofball. But yeah, I will. I'll stay in touch with you through text messages. I'll send you the link for StreamYard on Friday. I'll send that to you in the afternoon. But yeah, thank you to anyone who's left here in the chat. I see Kathy's down there, but there's looks like there's 7 people. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Maybe we'll see you this weekend for Evil Dead.
Yeah, just I don't give. Well, I mean, I do give praise for the people that I care about, of course, and that's everybody that comes to our streams. But I don't ever use like the certain catchphrase that the other person uses because I think it's just kind of a little bit insufferable coming from a person that is insufferable as much as they are. So that's a oxymoronic kind of thing. I'm just getting myself in trouble because I'm a little devil. But anyway. Uh, all right. Happy trails, everybody, and have a great night. We'll see very, very soon and all that good stuff. Yep.